Hmm. Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's question is, will Christina end Ava's life in General Hospital? We had a lot to talk about. First, let's sit there and get the roll call. Amy's in the chat, how you doing tonight? Black Ma's in the chat, how you doing tonight? Dolomag's in the chat, how you doing tonight? Monique is in the chat, how you doing tonight? Yes, listen, you did sit there. Okay, so it was yesterday, right? Okay. Yeah, I was like, you did say that, and it was so funny too, because when he said, first of all, when he said that shit, I actually had to sit down for a minute, and then I was like, yo, Monique said this. I was like, Monique literally said the same thing. She literally said the same thing in my review. It was yesterday. I was like, yo, listen, shout out to Monique. Shout out to Monique. Listen, I think somebody from B&B might have been reading your comment. Okay? I think they might have been reading your comment because for a hot second, he had a backbone. Darby's in the chat. How you doing tonight? He had a effing backbone. Where's my guy? What's good, Darby? We got a lot to talk about, people. I'm wondering if I should open up my goddamn window. First of all, what else my damn music at? Uh, be good. Wink, wink. Open it. Yeah, I'm about to actually do that in a hot minute. I'm about to do that in a hot minute. I'm not sick. I just sneeze for some odd reason. But yeah, um, the soaps is definitely interesting. The soaps is even YNR was a little kind of interesting. Thank you, Wink. Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, I was gone for one day. I was gone for one day, and it felt like I was gone for a whole goddamn week. I was trying so hard. Maybe if I'm not too tired, I might want to do a B&B, a Days of Our Lives review. Depending on what time the stream ends, what time I end the stream. Because I got that, and I have another video to sit there and do. So if I'm able to sit there and do that, that would be awesome. So I just got to be a little more disciplined about what time I end the stream tonight, and hopefully, not get too tipsy to sit there and do it. But yes, how are y'all doing tonight? I hope everyone had a great, great, great day. My day started off kind of rocky, and then I had a fixed mistake. Um, and I woke up late, so everything had a kind of shift, which is why I couldn't do a Days of Our Lives review. Not how many people actually are watching Days of Our Lives right now? What's good, Spencer? How many people are watching Days of Our Lives right now? Yeah, what Ava did was just sick. Okay, it was Wink was like, not me. Listen, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But you know me, I cover all the soap. So Christina definitely does need therapy. Um, Domex says I need to catch up the days. Uh, I'm doing good, Black Mon. I'm doing good. Doing good. I slept so hard today, Black Mon. And hell, I didn't even actually do any research last night. That's what usually makes me sleep hard, but I was just tired. Taiwan. Christina needs therapy. Baby had to stop being evil. She was evil, the Drew evil, and now she got all her old medication. Okay. Um, what's good, Francis? Mm. Listen, Wink, I keep it real. I keep it real, but I keep it classy though. Yeah, I keep it classy. Yeah, I said research. Um, Autumn says, I really applaud Ava for telling Alexis her that they coddle Christina too much. They need to stop enabling Christina and get her some therapy. I agree with that. What's good, Gemini? But again, what Ava did was sick today, and I'm like, how would you sit there and explain that to your daughter? How would you explain to your daughter that you watched her father kneel over in pain with medication and you chose not to help? How do you explain that to your daughter? Like that was disgusting. Don't get me wrong. What Sonny did, yesterday with the whole custody thing, even him today saying, "Well, I tried to take advantage of the situation." Bro, that was unnecessary. You already agreed on a custody agreement that worked for both of y'all, and including Avery. Gemini says Ava wishing death wants Sonny to collect a paycheck. Yeah, exactly. Monique says the only difference is Edward faked his heart attack. Oh, okay. What's good, Lisa? What's good, Lisa? What's good, Lisa D? What's good, Lisa C? Eagle says, hey, Albert, you guys might disagree, but Sophia mom was right to say no say, as annoying the character she is. And we don't thank you, Eagle, for because you actually watched it today. Ava hit a new low even for her. Exactly. Domax says Ava was wrong, but Sunny was taking it too far. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. What's good, Mikal? Spencer says, Albert, they both were out of pocket, but the biggest one that was out of pocket was Ava. And who knows, because Christy is going to blank. Yeah. What's good, Mikal? Okay. He goes, so okay, let's just put it this way. Should have did a review. I still may do a review. He goes, let's look at it this way. I don't understand why she was bawling and in tears as though, that baby's the only baby that they can ever adopt. That's the part that blew me, okay? They acted like that baby was literally the only baby. And, in all reality, I mean, what EJ did, her sitting there saying, well, listen, I can't give you the baby because of what EJ did in the papers. I'm like, what does EJ have anything to do with those two? Like, if her goddamn standards are so high, these two are rich beyond their wildest dreams. Why are they sitting there trying to act like, well, we got to sit there and get this baby because it's out of this baby or nothing at all? Like, it's the dumbest shit. They can make their own baby, yeah, over traumatic. Well, the thing is, Ego, it's not that simple. They can't just, yeah. Chanel has some sort of condition, and right now she can't actually have it. She can't actually get pregnant. It'll be dangerous for her to get pregnant. So it's not so much like they can't make their own baby, but the thing is, they can adopt other children. They don't have to sit there and go to Amy. Yeah, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They can adopt. Yeah, no, that's fine. But again, they can literally adopt. Yeah. And instead, there's not that kowtowing to Amy Choi, which I'm like, why are they doing that for? They keep reporting the same old stories on B&B. Monique says, Enzo was like, what the F you mean? This is your family, not mine's. Who? Are just going to be much better off without helping her. Yes. Yes, Lisa. And Lisa D says after what Ava did, she will get the 2 million from Sunny. It will push Kristina to do something Ava will sue. Yeah. And yeah, Ball and the Beautiful, it's been 3 days of me watching the same thing. Um, what's good, Amber? It's been 3 days, but the sad thing is that Hope is showing her ass. Hope is showing her ass because let me tell you something. This chick is as selfish, as delusional as hell. You know? Oh, you should have stood up for me. You or my mom didn't stand by me. I'm like, are you kidding me? Let's get Susan. It's good to see you again. I hope you had a good day. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Amber. Thank you for asking. Didn't start off good, but you know. Francis says, Abra, is anyone getting vibes? GH is going to bring Sunny and Laura close. No. But you know what's funny, Francis? Somebody else in the comment section said the same thing, though. Somebody said exactly what you said in my comment section. Domek says for Chanel is probably more about the feelings of overall loss. I hate to use a trigger word, but even though she wasn't physically losing the baby, it's probably put her mental in the same place. I get that, but I mean, you in this, like, thank you, Francis. 25 people in the chat and 10 likes. Hit that like button, people. It does sit there and help, and it gets more people in our stream, and we've literally seen that. So definitely, help me out and help out the chat by doing that because it does help. Like I said, I find that to be the dumbest shit. Like I get your reason for it, and it does make sense, but I can't. Like I really can't because it's just so. I'm gonna have to redo this shit over again. Fuck me. Um, it's something. I mean, the thing is, like, so stupid. It was so goddamn dumb. And I think that's another reason why I was in it, but like when it got to that part, I just started tuning out. I'm like, this is the dumbest shit. Because says, how was Beyond the Gates today? It was okay. It wasn't super great. It was meh. But we'll talk about Beyond the Gates though too, because here's my where the hell's my goddamn music at? Alright, fuck it, I'll deal with this one. So Chelsea got exactly what she wanted. Her mom's approval and her blessing to sit there and start her own line of like purses and handbags and all this other stuff. And I guess this is supposed to be an empowerment. This is supposed to be an empowering moment for her. Well, my issue is that, boo, these people only sit there giving you a chance and giving you sponsorships, not necessarily because of your talent, but because of your last name. Do you know how many people? It's not like, okay, it's not like this is some chick from like Bronx or Brooklyn or whatever that's been an inspiring designer that's now getting this opportunity. This is a girl who's grew up with money, power, and wealth since she was a baby, you know? So, like, uh, part of me is just like, oh, so now you've been a model all your life because of your mom and your looks and everything, and now you're going to sit there and be a designer because of your last name and, you know, like, that's the part that's just so. Yes, Lisa, Brooke is pathetic. Oh, Brooke, yeah, Brooke is pathetic. Wayne says, I thought it was great Martin finally got caught lying. And what is that going to lead to? I mean, I hope that it leads to something good. Monique says, why is Nami going after Bill? Is because of what he did to her mom, or is it something else? I think it's partly because of what he did to his mom, but also, what's good, Ronnie Ron? I'll get to you in a second. Um, Partly, what's good, LaShawn? But also for the women, though. But see, my whole thing is, Monique, this is what I don't understand. Monique, you could have sat there and solved this more diplomatic by just talking to your dad about this. Getting Mike fired, getting them reinstated, maybe throw them some money or whatever, get them back to the position that they were supposed to be in. And you wouldn't have went through this goddamn lawsuit. You know, I get that they wanted justice and stuff like that, but at least offer to work things out. You don't know what wound up happening. I mean, hell, Mike was so annoying that yesterday, if you watched the episode, didn't you just feel cringy every time Mike threw out one of his sleazy ass jokes? You know, like didn't y'all just feel a little kind of cringy just watching that shit? Because I did. I'm like, why not just talk to him? Just talk it out first before going to straight up lawsuit. Ron says, "What's your thoughts now? Pauline is still hoping for." It was stupid. It was dumb. It's so, and granted, Dominic's actually made a good point as far as his reason for overall loss and everything. But these people are rich. Like these people are rich. Like this is just like I'm not sitting there saying that they can't be upset or have upsetting news, but like y'all acting like we got to sit there and kiss Amy Choi's ass to sit there and get this one child. Like there are millions of children that need to be adopted. Like, oh, okay, Ron, that's very nice of you to say. Um, but yes, Lisa, Brooke is pathetic. She threw herself at a man that clearly did not give a shit about her. Right? Clearly did not give a shit about her. Oh shit. Nguyen said, "What do you mean talk it out? They were fired by HR for trying to report her sexual." Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I take back everything I just said. Oh yeah, then never mind. Then never mind. All right, you can just 86 what I just said. Um, I do remember her snippet there saying that in the beginning, and then you're right. Okay, all right. Well then, yeah, definitely sue his ass. Did you see Heather Tom now writing and directing some of the episode? No, I think that's pretty cool though. Thank you for letting me know. My gorgeous queen cat lady, I miss B&B. Who did Reg pick? Taylor. Pick Taylor. Uh, Pick Taylor. Which honestly, tell you the truth, does it really matter who they pick? I mean, who he picked? Because I feel like either one of those ladies at the end of the day is going to get the short end of the stick. They are literally going to get the short end of the stick. Because no woman in the right mind should ever sit there. They sat there and they argue for like a good couple of minutes. I didn't say anything wrong. What the hell are you talking about? Why are you putting words in my mouth? I mean, well, why am I asking now? You're reason that they're writing fictional stories about me. Let me sit there and read this hogwash. Ron says, so you're saying that what Tate did by blabbing to Julie about the stolen necklace was the right thing to do? I didn't say shit. I did not say that at all. No, listen, what Tate did was some coward BS. Okay, I hasten at this saying this word. It was a bitch ass move. Okay. It seriously was. That's literally what it was. Um, but I mean, to be honest, Tate is. It's like he always managed to find a way to lower the bar when it comes towards me. You know, just looking at his character. So how long does Taylor have to live? B&B about to take her out. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Ego says, I don't care about Tay and Holly at all. Only good thing I can say about Holly is that is attractive. That's about it. I mean, she is fine. I definitely agree with you on that. Holly is fine. That chick is actually kind of bad. I'll give her that. You ain't lying, Ego. Oh, cat lady, this comment's for you. There you go. Ron Arias up there writing his fan fiction. Eagle says Holly falling for the homeless dude. I need to pretend to be home. I like that. That's a good one. I like that. That's a good one. It was a Logan move. Tommy. I feel bad for Billy. I feel bad for Billy. He wants to be a good father. Bill or Billy? Who are we talking about? Tommy, you talking about Beyond the Gates or the Young and the Restless? Danny does need help. Bill. Yes. Um, Bill on the Gates. Okay. Yeah, he does. But she got to do what she got to do now. You know, like this is a lawsuit. They lost their wages and everything like that. Like I nah. And Mike is a goddamn. I don't want to sit there and say he's a pig because I can't. But he kind of is though. Like he's dude is definitely a sleazeball. Like I said, watching that shit yesterday, every time he kept making these comments and Bill was like, "Yo, can you stop?" They had to sit there and explain to him what not what was it? Francis, you are awesome. Let me sit there and cheat and hit the like button. What was the thing that he said yesterday? Not safe for work or something like that. They had to sit there and explain to him not safe for work, man, and then he kept going. Then he talked about Haley, and you know what? You know what Bill practically was going to sit there and do to him? He was going to pull a Shook Knight. Now, if you know who Shook Knight is, do you know what I'm talking about? If you don't know what Shook Knight is, thank you, Lisa. Lisa, you are awesome. Lisa, you are awesome. Let me hit the like button. Tommy, you're awesome because you know that. Wink said, didn't like Haley approaching Jacob, go shopping with Bill credit card. I mean, I get it that she's trying to be a good wife and that she wants to sit there and try to patch things up with Bill and Naomi. Because I'm gonna be honest, and I know it sounds bad, but like I kind of felt for Bill in a sense. I felt for Bill, right? Him sitting there talking about his love for his daughter and everything like that. Like I felt for him, but at the same time, like you make your choices. You have to live with the consequences of them. That's the bottom line. You knew what you were doing when you decided to be. I love you, cat lady. Francis Zara, do you think they will put Brooke and Bill together again on B and B? Why not? I mean, Brooke She's not the type of person that can sit there and kind of be by herself for too long. And Bill ain't going out with nobody. Okay, cat lady, why don't you tell me why you don't feel bad for Bill? Eagle says, "Oh, almost forgot the actor that plays Matthew is a real life cop, and he was on the news yesterday in Philly. He saved someone's life. Matt, who's that? No, Eagle. No, who is that you're talking about? Oh, One Life to Live. Okay, Matthew. I gotta sit there and see who you're talking about. Matthew Buchanan. Oh, and oh, okay. See, I think that was after I watched it, but that's what's up though. That's what's up. Okay, that's just wow. I didn't. Okay, yeah, I started watching. I think around like 2001 or something. But Kelly says Bill knows his partner's trash, and instead of doing the right thing, he's still going to fight the case. Yeah, but then he sit there and say it wasn't just the partner that's the problem. Like, okay, yeah, he kept the partner around because his partner was in there winning a lot of cases, right? But this is more than just him though. Like that firm goes down, everybody's going down. Okay. And some of those people don't deserve to sit there and lose their job. Eagle said Kristen's real life brother that plays Star on Like Live as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Right? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of stopped when I stopped watching when they switched tides. Um they had the other guy They had the other guy play Todd for a little bit. That's when I stopped watching. Ron says, Albert, if Luna did throw Sheila down and tried to take, if Luna did throw Sheila down and tries to take her out, then what? Why would she try to take her out? Why would Luna try to take out Sheila? I think that's my question. Tommy says Bill should have a relationship with his daughter. I know he isn't perfect. He knows perfect. He is trying to be a good father. Okay, he's not perfect, but he's trying to, yes. None of the soaps this month. Like, what the f happened? Yes, Wank. It was. I forgot his name is the his name Wank, but yes. When he took over the role, that's when I kind of stopped watching the show. I didn't stop watching because of him, but Trevor St. John, I think that's his name, right? Domek says even though Bill is trash, I can understand why he has to fight. If it was just the mic thing, they would have paid out. But what is hitting the firm too, there's a lot of money reputation loss. Yes, exactly. Yes. That's see, yeah, you pretty much reiterate what yes. Yes. So that's the issue. Thank you, Dolomedics. Thank yes. Tommy says Cat Lady Bill wants to be a good father. I mean he like I said, but I mean it's true. He just has I'm not going to say that he went about it in the best way. Wayne says a good father doesn't sleep with his daughter's friend. I mean, yes, that's true, but that doesn't make you an evil. Like, let's put it this way, Wayne. There are much more evil, vindictive fathers out there. Okay, so I wouldn't sit there and say that he's not necessarily a good father. I would sit there and say that he can be a trifling person at times, or he could just be human and flawed. You know, it doesn't negate the love that he has for his daughter, in my opinion. He's trying to make it right with them. Thank you. He's not a good man, so I have no faith in him. Not a good man. That's Jesus fucking Christ, Ron. What did you write a goddamn essay? Why Chanel and Paulina are so desperate to try to get someone else's baby? I'm confident Amy did her research and Damaris and she figured out what Chanel's up to, trying to be religious. And and that's kind of part of the problem right there, right? She's trying to pretend to be something that she's not in order to sit there and get a child. And my whole thing is like, even if that did pass, what is she gonna have to do? Keep up that act every time that she sees them? I can't. Now, Lisa D said Bill looked proud that his daughter will take him on in court. Yeah, he talked about his memories of them playing court or whatever when he was, when she was a kid and stuff. Um, I don't know. I mean, I get what y'all saying. I feel like it's. I mean, I respect your opinions, and there's some validation to it. But you know, what's good, Kevin? We are. Yeah, friends. That ratio is so off. It that oh shit, we got 42 people in the chat. Yeah, hit that like button because it really does help. Filmex says, I know this is kind of random, but I was kind of impressed with Chelsea. I thought she was just branding and putting her name on the accessories like Hope. It was cool finding out yes. Again, the problem, she just playing. That's Callie loves me. She loves me. She did the right thing. Wifey did the right thing. I know she did. Um, but see, again, that's. I wish I had time to sit there and do a Beyond the Gates review. Um, J Blue, oh shit. J Blue says, paying for streaming and still waiting for GH to be in my fucking Hulu, right? Oh, Kylie says you're going. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. You did do your job. Yes, I take that back. I take that back. Thank you. Thank you. See, that's why she's wifing. Exactly. Goddamn Hulu. What's good, Bobby? They courtroom scene. Oh, they hope they show the courtroom scene with Bill and Nail. Yeah, I hope they do too. Gunnar says I applaud too when I realized she was an actual artist and studied design. I wish last day so he could see that she's more than just an yes. I know how you do it, Max, but you always find new ways to impress me. Wing says I follow this girl on TikTok who posts GH clips an hour after it airs. Hulu is annoying. Hulu is very annoying. Hulu's very annoying with that. Oh, I'm a player and I don't know what I want. Wow. I'm a player and I don't know what I want. Okay. And you know what? Thank you, Wayne, because I gotta sit there and correct a mistake tonight. I gotta correct a mistake tonight. So I appreciate you telling me. Well, about the whole hula being annoying. See, I have this, I have this stupid bundle problem. So I have to sit there and fix and correct, and I will fix and correct it this weekend. Yep, I don't know what I want. So, Lady V, what's good, Lady V? But uh, I'm gonna save that. Dumlex, I'm gonna sit there and save that talk for this weekend. But I was gonna say something. I was like, I will take that shit. I will sit there and say that shit this weekend. I'm doing good, Lady V. How are you doing? So I've kind of rocky this morning. Ended up well, so happy. J Blue says, "Are those songs lyrics? I'm a player and I don't know what I like." Make sure you copyright that shit because it probably will be. Bobby says, "I can't believe Finn and Steffi didn't bring out Luna today." I wrote them down so this way I could talk about them, but yeah. Lisa says, Albert wants cat lady and he knows it. You goddamn right I know it. Thank you, Lisa Clapp. Lisa, you are awesome. Old school wink, okay. Domex says, Albert, I hope you keeping up with Hollyoaks. Something's happening to RO next week. That might I am. I'm watching like a day behind, but I am definitely watching it though. So even though it's been kind of hectic, I'm definitely keeping up with it though. Yes, I am, Francis. Moscato. I gotta sit there and get a refill tomorrow. Because one minute he wants both Amanda and Ken. He needs to grow up. He's a man in a child's body. What? Uh, that is hilarious. Thank you, Ron. No, Domex. I'm definitely keeping up with that show. That was good. Yep. Cheers, my dear. Cheers. I'm not gonna lie, Domex. I can't stand that kid, and I know it's bad because it is you know the character's a kid, but like that kid is such a goddamn demon. I literally call him a little demon at this point. But I am so. Jay Blue says, "How many seasons of Hollyoaks are there? How long does episode? How long does each episode run? 20 minutes. 20 minutes. It's good. Jay Blue. It's good. Don't Max got me into it actually, mostly because I got sick and tired of B&B to some extent. Kevin says, "Who thinks Michael B with Sasha or Willow?" I think that train has left with the whole Willow thing, but hmm. Sasha's another person that's just been insufferable. Yeah, I actually tell you the truth, Jay Blue is on Hulu. I mean, it's on YouTube. Like literally, you just type up Hollyoaks and it's on YouTube. And that kind of show you, Jay Blue. Is exactly. I was like that ship is pretty much going to sail. Oh, Ron says I was drinking. Ron, okay, I think you'd be happy to know. You know that Nikisha Moore actually has a YouTube channel, Ron. So just to let you know, Nikisha actually has a YouTube channel. He says, "Okay, last time I tried to be helpful." Are you talking to me or did I miss something? Oh, talking to somebody else. But yes, Ron, Nikisha actually has a YouTube a YouTube channel. So definitely check out Nikisha Moore. 'Cause I've been talking to her. You know, I still think that Frankie's kind of annoying. No, she's not kind of annoying. She's just annoying. Queen Jess. Answer a question, got a smart remark. Oh, wait, what the fuck? I don't think it was on purpose, Wank. I'll tell you why in the membership. I'll tell you why in the members chat, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was literally a smart remark. Oh, there's a reason for it. What's good, Jess? Oh, Ron says I don't want Phoenix Man to get upset or jealous, so I'm going to pass. Oh, okay. Well, whenever you come through. What's good, Ed? Yeah, Wayne, don't take it too personal. Mm-hmm. Yep. We talked about that this weekend. He was also on Power Rangers too, from what I understand. Ed, I think he played the Green Ranger, from what I understand. They said Jace was boring, and so was Beyond the Gates. Yeah. Oh, damn, Ed. Ed, we're gonna have to sit there and do another. We're gonna have to we have to sit there and do another trivia night. We have to sit there and do another game night. I'm gonna set it up better though next time though, okay, Ed? Yes, exactly. Yeah, Ed, you was awesome in it the last time. You definitely held your own. I mean, I knew you were good, but you held your own. I actually told you if you won, so but I was impressed. Bill Mack says yes, Cat's new daddy was a Power Ranger. He was. I keep forgetting. That's the thing. Like, I keep forgetting that there's actually this thing called Sweeps Week. Like, that's still an actual thing. What you started giving out pop quizzes like a long time ago. Yeah, the problem is like, I did my review. I was like, I didn't even know what they were talking about, and I just didn't even care at that point. And Lulu is very fixated on this whole. Dante kept a secret from me. Dante, and Brooklyn was a thing way back when, and he didn't tell me. Okay, but Lulu was a long time ago, but still, he didn't tell me. I felt so bad for Cody. I'm like, all that man was sitting there doing, trying to come in and see what the hell was going on. He had to sit there and get bombarded by like, come on, seriously, bro? I love that. Yeah, she was sitting there hitting a stuffed frog. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. And it says over Lulu in Brooklyn, the secret got to come out. I'm like, yo, listen, if you gotta sit there and risk jail time, then risk jail time. Like, okay, you broke in, you did something illegal, and now Chase is gonna threaten you, so you got to keep quiet. Lulu, let me tell you something. The fact that you are quitting deception, you don't have a job, and yet you're sitting there talking about how you want to move out and start your own life with the kids and everything like that with no job. Like, and she literally stood by that. She was like, "I'm quitting." I'm like, "But listen, don't take this the wrong way." And I feel like everyone's important and stuff like that, so I'm not trying to be a dick. Well, you sitting there acting like you're quitting from some high executive position. Well, you are a receptionist. Like seriously, you were a receptionist, and not even a good one. Yeah, she kicked him out for a piece of jewelry, and I understood the lies and everything like that. But I'm just like, did you see the new Avengers? What? What? I'm sorry. Let me just read that again. What's good, Island? Did you see the new Avengers Doomsday Avengers versus X Men? No, I did not see that shit. Are you serious, Darby? Are you serious? Well, what's good, Island? It's good to see. Are you serious? I'm just like, boo, you. Oh, I am definitely gonna sit there and watch that. Thank you, Darby. Island says Lulu is being quite self-righteous, and she acts like prima donna. Her discussion with Cody made Brooklyn's situation about her. I mean, well, yes, to some extent. I mean, when people are angry and stuff like that, you do kind of see stuff from their perception. The problem is that this whole thing is stupid, right? It's fucking dumb. Um, well, Ed, I kind of hope so, in a sense. Um, and I'm gonna speak on more of that a little in a second. But the problem is, Island, is that, like I said before, you came in. This happened years ago. Like Island, this happened years ago, and she's still stuck on this point of, oh, well, he lied to me. He lied to me about a mission. Like, why is it? Like, are you that prideful? Do you honestly sit there and think that you're the shit in a sense? I don't actually have any, Ron. Johnny's too easy to sit there and say, so I can't even sit there and think of it. Um, so I have no idea. I mean, EJ's hated by everyone, so the list is growing. Couldn't even sit there and tell you. She really just mad that Dante and Brooklyn slept together, but like let it go. It was years ago. And that's the thing. Just she explained why she couldn't let it go with Brooklyn because of their history before that. But I'm like, I think this is the reason why we just don't take her seriously. This is the reason why we don't take her seriously. Facts, facts. You know, the sad thing is, I remember being in high school and I watched that, and she seemed like she wanted to confront Carly, but she didn't. She did not confront her. You know, it's funny, cat lady. It's on my history for Final Destination, which I love that series, by the way. It's on my history, so I'm gonna sit there and try to watch it before I go to bed tonight. Filmex says it happened 2 whole Lulus ago. Get over it, Lulu, and buy some new clothes. Lulu dress. I love it. Why the fuck does it keep doing that? Uh, yeah, well, of course, just as a horror fan. Okay. Well, I'm a horror fan too, so damn, I wish I would have watched it before I actually came in here. But she hugged Harley and made excuse. Yeah, and I'm so glad you're in my job. So glad you're in my chat, Ed. Hope you know that. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I was just saying. I remember that in high school. I remember her. She seemed like she was going to confront her, but it almost okay. Maybe it's just me, but I remember hmm, it almost seemed like she got cold feet. Like she sat seriously, um, but she sat there and she stopped for a hot minute. I know. I just. Oh, just. Like you just saw that, right? You saw how fast that Jess and Cat Lady was ready to sit there and come at me sideways. Y'all saw that shit in real effing time. I just, mm-mm-mm. Real effing time. But you know what? It brings me back to my other reason. This is why that I have this instead of anything messy. Because if I have something messy, it's going to constantly be on my face. I'm going to be doing that all the time. So I'm so glad for you two ladies for pointing out why it's better to eat this every day as opposed to eating anything else. Just my point. Francis says, I like on the Final Destination movies. I like all the Final Destination, but the one with the roller coaster girl burning up and tanning bed was really creepy. I would think that the roller coaster part was probably the most. Cat lady, you know I'm right. You know I'm right, my love. You know I'm right. Okay, Alan says, who doesn't want smoke with Carly? Carly roasted her when Michael got sent to prison, and she couldn't even reply back. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but my point is that like she should have sat there and said something though. Jess says, "I'm so glad they're bringing back the Foundation Nation movie." You know, Jess, you know how long it's been since they came out? Like since the last one, which was actually a prequel. Yeah, and you know that, Jess. Like the last Final Destination 5 was a prequel to one. which, okay. That says, do you think Bill and Beyond the Gates firms going down? In an ideal world, yes, but Bill's been doing this longer than Naomi. He got the experience. I think he can sit there and take her. Yeah, so you okay, so you know. Island says Final Destination overall creeps me out. Well, it can definitely make you paranoid. I mean, it's actually, okay, the only sad part about the Final Destinations moving forward, who's the actor that passed away, Todd something? Because he was always very creepy. And he did Tony Todd, right? There's so much drama. This would be a perfect. Oh God, not another nurse's ball. Thank you, Wayne. Tony Todd. Thank you, Ed. LA says I know it's almost April and you still haven't put up a GoFundMe for new curtains. I gonna get some new curtains, cat lady. Trust me, when we have our summer or spring romantic tryst, let's sit there and try to get some curtains sometimes for that. Thank you, Ed. So yeah, when we have our romantic tryst. But yeah, no, those. What now? You heard what I said. Our romantic tryst. Gotta have the romance, cat lady. This makes sense. Me paranoid. I watched two movies out of the franchise. Not like nope. Oh come on, Island. Island, you gotta sit there and watch the rest. You gotta watch the rest. Francis says, I would buy some blue plaid curtains. Do you know what a tryst is? I have an idea. Or um no, actually I don't. But in my head, I'm sitting there thinking it's something romantic. She knows the meaning behind it. Well, just at least I was honest. Wink says foundation she got me with the broken glass being in the face. I had to stop the trailer. Okay, the bridge. Let me tell you something. The bridge scene on five. That's where it kind of gets me because I'm not okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of bridges. Ranting was good. Ranting Ricardo. Let's everyone say what's up to ranting. The bridge scene. If you watch five, the oh, it's on. It's so Amber says General Hospital is on Hulu now. If you watch the bridge scene on five, that trips me out. Wink says it's not the crazy things, but the everyday things. Yes, that's true. Wink makes you paranoid as shit. Kelly says, "Man, everything about that movie made everyone nervous as hell. I'm damn sure it don't drop. Oh, I remember that. What was that, like three or four, right? Excited. Ranton says, I don't play with Foundation Nation. I won't get behind nothing with the logs or steel on the back of it. Oh, that's what's up, Ranton. Ranton, did you watch all of them so far? I'm sitting there looking at my notes and I'm just like, oh, wait, I don't have any fucking notes because I literally watched this before. Oh, shit. Francis says 41 in the chat and 25 likes. Yes, hit that like button, people. Yeah, you're. Yes, Monique. Yes, Tony Todd was the voice of Venom. Yes. Oh, wait, I got one for you. When that chick got hurt, when that chick got hit by the bus, that was the first one. She got hit by that damn butt. You know, the sad part is that, like, the way it's shot, it comes across as comedic. But, like, anybody can sit there and step out into the street. Anybody can step out to the street and get hit by a bus or a car or whatever. But just as I don't know what Emma and Gio are even doing. They're trying to write better material for these teens because no one gives an F about them. You know the sad, okay, Jess, you know the sad thing is that these, okay, the sad thing is, yes, and I do agree with you on that. But the sad thing is that they actually have a good plan. They're like, hey, listen, you give up some land, you keep the crib, and you don't give Drew the Quartermain name. So it's a win-win. Nat said no for reasons unknown, and Brooklyn was like, no, I don't think it's a good idea. I think you should get out. I'm just like, so are you people that greedy to the point where it's like you just don't want to give up land? Because you're already taking land. So just give up more land. I think it has something to do about like animals or something, some sort of animal rights or something. Like just give up the land and then you get to keep your land and you get to sit there and tell Drew to go and F himself. Exactly, Wink. Thank you. That says, Albert, don't forget the guy that died by a sign with his name on it. Hmm. How about the people that worked at the wood at the workshop, like the fake Home Depot, and then the girl that got like killed off by the nail gun? You know what I'm talking about, right? I think it was in the third one. You know you Ed, you know what scene I'm talking about, right? The girl that got killed off by the nail gun. Kelly says now Monica will pass away from the stress of the whole damn family when they go and tell her. Yeah. Okay, so you remember you know. Such as Prisoners, Prestige, Inception, Zodiac Sign, Go with the Dragon Tattoo, etc. It's funny. I've never actually I heard of those movies. I never actually watched those movies, but I love horror movies. I love horror movies. I love movies with gore. Um, I know some people like more suspense movies, and that's cool too. Her boyfriend was the one who said die, saying I'm not dying with. Ah, okay. Kelly says, how about when the people was walking across the field and the wires got them? I think that was the fourth one, right? When he said the one when the airbags inflated too late and the pole goes through them. Oh, what? Okay, which one are you talking about, Wayne? I think I know which. No, Kelly, I don't know which. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's what I was like. I don't know which one was that, cat lady. Lady says, I'm personally not worried about which curtains you can or can't have. I'm more worried about your incredible commentary. We got to be there because it's not easy out here. Thank you, Lady V. Lady V, you're awesome. But then I got to sit there and set the mood though. So, and apparently I don't know what Triss really is. I mean, it would have been cool if Jess would have stopped there and told me what Triss was, but Deluxe says everyone can't stay long, but what's up with Ava and people's meds? Oh, that's actually a very good point. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I know who you're talking about. That was the third one. No, that was just no, that was the second one, right, Ed? Come on, Jazz. What does Triss mean? Please don't make me try to Google that shit. It'd be so much more easy if you actually said what it was. You know, Island. Okay, here's the thing. I liked. Thank you, Ed. I liked Quiet Place until they got to the third one. Until they got to the third one, that's when I was just like, oh, Lady V says you're welcome, Albert. I love how we make our names rhyme. Lady V and Albert Ang. Well, I love that you're here. So thank you. Just said this is why I can't like Ava. I was on her side yesterday, but then, you know, the thing is, it's not even just petty. It was kind of sociopathic. See what? See what, cat lady? God, I can't wait till the summer so I can sit there and straighten you out. Debbie says, Albert, since you asked, a tryst is when a man and a woman has relations. Oh, no, that doesn't sound so romantic. Okay, well, obviously it's going to be more than just that cat lady. So that's not. Oof, okay, that was. That's was good, Jonathan. It's going to be more. Thank you. Sean, Kristina killing Ava storyline is the best storyline in months. Yeah, that's not. It was good, Jonathan. That's not. I meant it in a romantic sense. Cat lady, just to let you know, that Monica is doing her podcast. What? Just to let you know, Steve and Brad said that Kelly Monaco is doing her podcast. I don't know when, they don't know when, but she's doing it. Hmm. That's going to be interesting. What? Oh, Jay Blue says, I'm not winning tonight. GH is delayed. My dinner from the oven just dropped on the floor. I guess I can eat crackers and. Oh, Jesus Christ. Damn, Jay Blue. I thought I was having kind of a shitty day. Damn, Jay Blue. Yeah. Well, Spencer, it depends on what she says, right? Jay Blue Johnson says, I have to say, I'm really getting hooked on Passions of Power. I wish I could sit there and try to keep up with that show. Like, I'm still okay, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't actually watch. I'm still like 18 minutes into the first one, but and that's another thing. That's another thing, Jonathan. You were right in some senses. Like I would kind of like that show, but I'm also just like I don't know how much time I have for that show. Like I had to watch the rest of um Young and the Restless today because I couldn't really. Apparently, you stop it. No, hopefully so. Sean, and then she'll know what she's missing by acting all stupid. Monique says, what fine destination was that when dude slipped on some water and got killed by the oven heater? Okay. All right, Chad. This is a good question. I gotta, yeah, you're right, Wink. Thank you. Winks, Monique said, what fine destination was that when the dude slipped on some water and got killed by the oven heater? Was that the second one? Chad, was that the second one? I think it was the second one. Tell me if I'm right if that's the second one. Oh, as somebody said it. Chat, what is Ashley's mom's name? I can't remember it. Princess says, "Wow, Albert likes moved up to 29." Good. Hopefully, I mean we had like 40 something people in the chat. But yeah, for the people who did watch Final Destination, was it the second one? Oh, Wink said Jane. Thank you. So yeah, that's her name. Kelly said that's the second one, right? He got out the shoveler. Oh, shit, that's actually you know what? Oh, Jan. That's kind of a dumb name. Oh, shower. Oh God, I said shoveler. Shower. Man, that was the first one. I think that was the first one. No, 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 that was the first one. I think that was the first one. That was, yeah, thank you. Thank you. That was the first one. Thank you, God. That was the first one. Yes, that was the first one. I mean, to be fair, I only remembered it. Damn, Ed, you're good. I said it was is the falling in the kitchen. Yes, Kelly. Yeah, that the falling in the kitchen was the first one. Because I think it was the teacher and she got off by the knives, right? Johnson says Bill Hamilton getting sued. Bill Hamilton don't accept that. I would hope he would never sit there and refer to himself in the third person, but yes. Ed says oven heater threw me off. Well, of course, mister, I do too. It's like watching The Grudge. Oh, what's it the other one? The Ring. Justin said Brooklyn was a hypocrite to judge Hope because did worse as her. I mean, yeah, but they're both pretty bad. Justin, they're both pretty bad. Oh, I know it. That's exactly what up happening. It was like a rose ceremony, and Riz sent her ass packing, and it was to be honest, watching those two ladies that they're arguing with each other, while Riz just kind of stood there like this, and then all he said was, both of you women have brought me children, and I appreciate both of y'all. I'm like, bro, all you did was practically said that you slept with one woman, you got her pregnant. You slept with another woman, you got her pregnant. That's what you just said. No, I'm gonna try to watch it tomorrow, Darby. I'm caught up to stuff for this one, so hopefully I'll watch it tomorrow. And then we can talk about it. Hopefully, we can talk about it this week or this weekend. But I didn't get a chance to watch it today. I want to try to watch it early in the morning. Johnson says, "What do you think of the Lula and Brooklyn scene? Annoying. It was. It was. It was." And the sad thing is, Jonathan, at the end of the day, I still don't like Brooklyn, and I don't like the selfish ass decision that she made. Darby said, "This weekend I'm off." Okay, good, Darby. Then we definitely gonna talk about it this weekend. Then yes, good. As said, The Grudge 2 should have never been made such a bad movie. Didn't they make more of those? I could have sworn they made 3 and 4. Or were we talking about the other one? Or are we talking about the other one? Because there's two. There's The Grudge and then there's Never mind. The Ring. I think they made 4 of those, right? Yeah, I didn't like The Grudge 2, and The Grudge 3 is even worse. Oh, yeah. What was The Grudge 3 about? Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, all right, all right. You know what? Just there's one saving grace. There's one saving grace to The Grudge 2. Remember that frying pan scene? You remember that frying pan scene? I listen. Let me tell you something. I can watch this shit right now and laugh my ass off. And if I wasn't worried about copywriting shit, I would sit there and put that in my thing, and we can all sit there and laugh. I know which one you're talking about. Oh, cool, Francis. Then we're actually almost about there. Then Francis says the ring has more. Yeah, I think there's 4. Johnson says, "Do you think Tate and Amy will end up raising the baby on their own?" Well, why wouldn't Sophia be there though? But you remember the frying pan scene in part 2, right? I was I was kind of okay with it, Ed. I don't remember why I was okay with it because it was so long ago. Yeah, Sophia. Well, why wouldn't Sophia actually be raising the baby doll? No, Spencer. I usually okay. To be honest, Spencer, usually sometimes I don't have time, and most of the times, yeah, I don't usually have time. I think there's just times I'm not really that interested in it, even though they do have some good content and some of the stuff to talk about with GH, but it's like I would rather watch State of Mind before I watch Bradford and Steve. But I don't have time to watch that either. Darby says, I know that being on Hope Logan's side is not popular, but what kind of mother allows her daughter to be humiliated by her family over and over again for years? Brooke such whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, Darby. Darby, you're trolling me, right? You're trolling me, right? Darby, are you talking about when Hope got fired and Brooke didn't actually do anything about it? I want to make sure that I got this right. I got this right, right? You know, it's actually funny, Island. I watched horror movies as a kid, and I love horror movies. Um, and I probably shouldn't have probably watched them, but um, so let me get this straight, Darby. What did you think that Brooke should have said? Do you think that Brooke should have intervened and tried to stop Hope from being fired? I just I, I'm not gonna be too harsh on your 'cause he, Kelly says that's what Albert Trist will involve watching horror movies, pancakes and Kool-Aid. Well, I mean that's not a bad start. Um, that, I mean I'm gonna make it out to be more than that, but that's not actually a bad start. I think that's actually yeah. What's good, Metalhead? Yeah, Jonathan, seeing how they're starting to get a little more closer. Yeah, and especially given what Tate did, because what Tate did was trash, Jonathan. But that's actually not. I mean, there'll be more than that, and of course, But I'm just saying. Ahmeda says, "Why is Lou acting like she didn't already agree to keep Yao Q's secret before Chase made that retarded ass threat?" That's true. That's true, Ahmeda. Her mom has money. Start your own company. I don't know if it's actually that easy, but okay, Darby. Here's the thing. Even Brooke knew what Hope and Carter did was wrong. So why the hell should she sit there and jeopardize her job to sit there and try to protect Hope? Hope got fired for her own volition. Carter. So I mean, Darby, do you have that same energy for Carter? I can't believe you had that same energy for Hope. But I mean, what was she gonna do? Sit there and say, "Oh no, don't you sit there and fire my daughter"? Like she felt like what she did was, and that hell, actually, tell you the truth, she did say a couple of things. She was like, "Yo, listen, you can't do that. Don't do that." What was she going? What was she ultimately going to do? It's not like she didn't actually try to sit there and try to reason with Steffi, even though I felt like she shouldn't even have actually done that. So like she didn't allow her. Okay, you know what, Darby? I swear to God, I think I didn't pay him to say this. Yes, Carter should have gotten fired. He betrayed his best friend. Okay, but okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you think that Hope has a right to be upset with Carter? That's my question, Darby. Do you think that Hope has a right to be upset with Carter? This is for the money shot, Darby. This is for the money shot. Ebony Love, they all did the same thing, though. They all did a hostile takeover. Yes, that's true. Very true. Darby says, I agree that Hope should have gotten fired, but the verbal abuse Hope has been dealt with over the years. Biden have been terrible. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, I was a different person. Okay, so I'm glad you didn't. Okay, not gonna lie, Darby was kind of scaring me for a hot minute. I was like, what the? Are you? Oh, Darby, you kind of had me worried there for a minute. Ed says, I want to know if Martin killed somebody in a car accident because his dream showed. But it also showed like pow pow stuff. No, that's not what. I love this woman. Love her. Goddamn passion. Ed says, I want to know if. Oh, I heard a pew pew involved in that. Hope. Darby says Hope never twisted Carter's arm into betraying Eric. That's true. But my whole thing is though, like, I don't even remember what I asked you. He didn't. I mean, she didn't, but like he said it was bad on it. Okay, you know what? Let me just ask you another question. Do you think do you think that Hope actually had valid reasons for being upset with Carter today? Or being upset with Carter in general? Hmm? That's what I want to know. But no, Ed, I think it has something to do with a pew pew because I could have swore I heard shots. Um, and it's funny too because I go back to Jess's comment as far as like how Beyond the Gates has been. I guess okay. Jessa says I say yes. You say yes to what? What are we saying yes to? You say yes to. Come on, Jonathan. Don't leave me hanging now. Kelly says, shake my head. What are you shaking your head to, love? Hmm? What are you shaking your head to? Okay. So Jonathan, what did you asked the question, sir. So Jonathan, what is Hope's valid reasons for being upset with Carter? Ebony says, and think about Hope wouldn't be in this mess if it wasn't for Brooke sleeping with Oliver. Ex-husband, the best partner for Hope is Wyatt. Dory says yes, Hope had a valid reason to be angry with Carter. Carter punked out on Hope when it. Are you Cassidy? I want Days of Our Lives right now. I watch Days of Our Lives right now. That's my favorite show. Out of all the three that I watch, I think Lula and Brooklyn needs to fight it out, and that's yeah. I mean, that's what most men would do. I want everyone to sit there and look at this comment. I want it to marinate. Okay, I want it to sink in people's brains. Okay, and also I didn't pay him to say that. Okay, I did not pay this man to sit there and say it. He said that on his own volition. As says Albert Bill wants to take that partner out when he rung up his wife, but he said yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah, he wins cases. So it's like he was like, no, I'm gonna let it chill. But that's why I said Ed, that's why I sat there and said at one point he was gonna pull a Shook Knight. But you know who Shook Knight is, right? During that conversation. Johnson said he promised her that she would keep her position when he gave control back to the Forester. She was ousted. Wow. I figure you would add. Wow. I um I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that. No. I mean you're not okay. If we just go by actual and Darby well first of all, congratulations Darby. Thank you, shout out to Darby for being a member for 22 years. And he boldly says, Shayaran, what's good? I said it and I meant it, Albert, with an exclamation point. You know what? I mean, no, 22 months. I said 22 months. I said 22 months. Okay, well, if I didn't say it, then I meant 22. I meant 22 months. Okay. You know what? Kyrie has said that he's pulling over a new leaf, and I'm going to follow suit, and I'm just going to marinate over that. Okay. Justin says, do you think that the quarterman crew will be knocked down? If he has his way with that cop. Okay, who's the other guy, Jonathan? If he has his way. It's just so stupid. Um, but Jonathan, what's that guy's name though, that he was talking to? I'll be right back. Spencer, I mean, they used to do that way back in the day though too. These are? Dirty says, love you, Albert. It and my straight brother. No, Darby, you cool. You cool people. I just we obviously disagree, but it's cool though. I've learned to just not really, you know. He's so aggressive. I'm like, if Darby can, I'm like, if Kyrie's can do it, then I guess I can do it too. Ezar Brennan knows Danny drinking, and he didn't say anything. I wonder if he's going to talk to Danny about it. Oh yeah, they didn't talk about it, right? Izara, right? Izar, Ezar. What the hell you pronounce this man's name? Ezra. That's a overly complicated name. Ezra. Oh, as in Ezra Miller. Wow. Ezra, like an asthma bridge in Star Wars. Well, I was thinking more like as Ezra Miller, which is a very questionable person at best. But yes, because I think that. Well, yeah, and that's well, yeah, Spencer. I mean, I said something very similar to that line. Um, work on that music. There we go. What? Oh shit! That's one. Darby said Carter Waltner is a gutless backstabber who didn't even have the balls to stand up with the woman. What the? Okay, Darby. Okay, Darby, are you trolling right now? Darby, are you trolling? Are you, is he serious? Darby, no. I want to ask. Are you trolling with that comment? But like, it says Melinda schooled Leo and Doug when they came on her about the necklace. Yeah, I'm just so surprised. Yes, Jonathan, back to Soul Chat. Thank you, Jonathan. Are you, is he serious? But that, Ed, I'm just more surprised that she's walking around with stolen property, though. Like, you would think a lawyer would be a little more smarter than that. Chat, I did not pay him to say this. Okay, let me tell you something. Darby is saying all this stuff on his own volition. I did not pay this man to say this. He's really okay, Darby. Okay, you're really defending. Is he really defending? Okay, are you really defending Hope right now? Sister says, "Do you know the question to this? Do you know if Brian are in General Hospital and other soap shoots at the same facility or somewhere else?" No, actually, I don't know. Um, no, Sister, I don't know that. I mean, I know that General Hospital shoots at Prospect Park, from what I understand. Um, I don't imagine they would actually shoot in a place in the same place, but I'll look it up though, Spencer. And next time you're in the chat, I'll let you know. Yeah, that's cool, Darby. But like, we're not talking about that though. We're not. Darby says, "Answer me this: would you trust Carter after all this?" No, but what does that have to do with? Yeah, no, of course, Spencer, of course. I got you. I'm just okay. No, see, Darby. Okay, here's the thing. We're not gonna walk away from that comment. We're not gonna. We're not gonna. I appreciate you. So, whatever you come to, I appreciate you. Kelly says you defend Drew and Darby defends. Well, I don't necessarily. Okay, maybe you have a point, Cat Lady, but you want Kristina Corinthos needs mental. I didn't pay him to say that, but how are you gonna sit there? In my imagination, are you really just sitting there defending? Um, you just defended the girl that. There's so much wrong with that. There's so much goddamn wrong with that. So she did. I'm just pointing out what a punk card is, despite how much people hate Hope Logan. Yeah, but I mean, would you sit? Okay, would you sit there and defend? Would you sit there and defend Hope? Would you defend Hope? That's what I want to know. Would you sit there and defend Hope, Darby? In that situation, when she's getting ousted, would you sit there and defend her? Because I don't think that's being. It's good. Would you defend Hope? And if you were in that boardroom, would you defend Hope? Lisa says when Carter finds out that Daphne was hired to play him, he will regret giving Eric and Riz the company. Yeah, you're right, Lisa. I guess so, Ed. I mean, at the end of the day, um, he's definitely a step up from Brad, so there's that. I'm not defending Hope. He literally just sat there and said in the same. Okay, never mind. But okay, Darby. I think the more intelligent question is: would you defend Hope in that situation? Same meeting, same ballroom meeting, and everything like that. Would you? LaShawn says, "Are there any more places available where Johnny Chanel can live?" You would think so, with two people who actually have money, right? Dory says, "I'm not host mother. That's what I'm defending. The principle of loyal family, of family loyalty." Um, but how could she? How could Brooke sit there and defend Hope if she knows that Hope was wrong? That's what I'm sitting there saying. Oh, Jonathan, do you say that because of him picking up the knife? Hold on, let me read Catley's. Kelly says, "Ask the man who defends both Drew and Bill, folks." Well, I can. Well, cat lady, see, the thing is with me, I have the ability to sit there and see things from both sides. Okay. But Black Man, you see what I'm dealing with? I'm dealing with a very beautiful, sassy ass queen. Okay. But don't worry, cat lady. I blame Jess for that. Okay. I blame Jess for that. You weren't like this before. You decide to sit there and use your hot girl card. Ed says, I want to know how Ned and Tracy plan on using Nina. I do too. I do too, Ed. I mean, that's kind of a switch up, and it should be interesting. Even though I'm kind of just over the whole. Thank you, Black Mon. Johnson says no. Johnny could be a suspect. Yes. Oh, you can definitely add him to it. You can add him to it. You can add Gabby to it. I think Ron had a list of names that well, I'm going to be honest, I was too lazy to read, but yes. Curly says, ask the man who makes his oatmeal with water. Well, that's how you're supposed to make it, is with water. I mean, have you never, if you read the back of the box, it literally says with oatmeal. I mean, with water. And it's the fastest way to make it. It's the fastest way to make it. 5 minutes, you put some water in it, wham, bam, and it's done. Darby says, what I mean, Albert, is that despite what I feel about what Hope did, agree, disagree, but I won't allow enough I won't allow others to insult her in my presence. Well, they didn't really insult her. Um, Stephanie didn't insult her. Stephanie didn't insult her. She literally just sat there and stated facts. I know you did not just. Kylie says, ask the man who takes forever to do what you told him to do, aka wine. Okay, all right. That's that's kind of okay. That's kind of a fair point to some extent. But if I was broke, yeah, but Brooke realized that she was wrong though. Johnson says someone said Rachel fired a firearm and accidentally. Johnson, I think it was Ron that actually said that. I think it was Ron that said that. Ron, yeah, Ron actually said that. Kelly says, ask the man who keeps getting me in trouble with his fans. My block list is your. I'm sorry, what? What? Well, I'm sorry, what? What? I mean, that's true, Darby. I'm saying in that meeting, she stated facts. Like, I get that yes, Darby, you're right. She does sit there and get out of pocket. I'm talking about in that particular one, in that particular setting, she wasn't entirely wrong. And as the man who keeps getting me in trouble with his fans, my block list is. Like, you didn't tell me that. I mean, what? Oh, tell me because she got stressed. I'm sorry, no, I'm in Cali. I'm just kind of like stunned. I'm just like, all right, well, I mean, unless you want, like, what are you talking about? I guess I'm only listening to saying that because, like, I would sit there and imagine that the people that watch my content likes you because they know that I love you. So like, and also one of my whole things like, why did you not tell me this sooner? Sister says, I'm glad that G's fixed the mistakes of not having Jocelyn keep harping on death of her boyfriend. Yes, that's true. I am too, Spencer. And it says, think do you think the Who did it? Okay, do you think the Who did it with Drew coming out, or do you think that ranting going to be right with a shallow twist? I think it's more likely of a Who did it. I think it's more likely a Who did it because at the list is growing. Um, you have Nina, you have I'm sorry, Kelly. I okay. I guess we'll sit there and text about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it, love. Tommy says, "What is the matter with Danny? What's the matter with Danny?" But no, I think it's going to be a who done it. And what's the matter with Danny? Danny is stressed. Danny has been married to the man for like over 30 something years. I'll say something else. Tommy, sometimes when adults get stressed about things that go on in their lives, they drink. It's not the best thing or probably the most proactive thing, but like, you know, I mean, life is the problem, Danny. Is the problem with Danny and things that go on in there is is why people drink, Tommy. Johnson says souls need more villains like okay, I'm not even gonna I'm not oh okay, I'm not even gonna sit there and try to pronounce that name. Oh, Ed, I would hope they would take him off the show. Ed. Not because I don't like the character, but like we don't need another Roger Howard. What the hell's my goddamn music not on? So fucking annoying. We don't need another Roger Howard situation. Okay, here's the thing, cat lady. I I wish you would have told me this. Um, I wish you would have just told me that. Said, well, I'm glad you told me at all, but one, I'm sorry that that happened. Two, like, what do you mean okay, fuck it. I guess this we're talking about is here. What do you mean you're in trouble by my fans? Darius says, "Are you speaking as a professional drinking Albert?" Uh, no, and despite your little smart ass remark, Darby, um, I'm just speaking to Tommy as far as like when adults get upset or they have drama or stress. Sometimes they like to self medicate. You know, that's that's just one of the ways. No, I think it's no. I hope that they don't sit there. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, let's just ignore my comment, but okay. Um, Yeah, sure thing, buddy. I mean, dog, I'm just saying, like, because Tommy sat there and said, like, what's wrong with um Danny? Like, what's wrong? Danny is life, and her not coping with it in a way where it's like, oh God, seriously? Oh wow. I'm not gonna highlight that comment, but you literally said that I can't decide between Candace. I can't decide. Okay, you know, I can't. We'll talk about it offline. Um, I can't decide between Candace Mack and Amanda Russ. Oh Lord, Ryan. Okay, Ryan. Here's what I need you to do. Darby says alcoholic studies. No, that's called a bad coping mechanism, Darby. Ron, okay, here's what I need you to do, Ron. I need you to do me a favor. I think JLJ Media is going to be, okay, but Ron, I need you to do me a favor. JLJ Media is going to be sitting there doing his live stream on Sunday. When you go in there, I want you to ask him about Sheila and the baby with Deacon. Okay, and I really want you to ask. You keep asking until you get an answer. Can you do that for me, Ron? Can you sit there and ask about Jerry Apprentice and 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 fuck's sakes. And Deacon and Sheila? Can you do that for me? Ellie says, "Nah, nah, my memory will be wiped after this chat." Ellie says, "I like Ava, but they need to either give her a real love interest, right? Better or let the character go for a while." I would, Ed, I would sit there and say, right. I would sit there and say, yeah, Daisy. I would sit there and say, write her off for a while because no, I just love when this shit doesn't work. I would sit there and say write her off for a while because I think that would just be better. I think that would just be better because she took about 2 days to sit there and break up with Brady, and I'm like, he kind of already knew that Ava was going to break out with. That's cute. That's cute. You know what? If we'll talk about that later. I do have questions about that though. Honestly, says I will ask some questions about Deacon and Shell having a baby, about Jerry Prentice. Sure, Ron. Ron, you make sure that you ask. Okay, you ask Ron. I want you to ask multiple times until you get an answer. And Ron, don't you dare let up. Okay. Mary says, "I forbid you to bring a lovely cat lady into your foursome with Candace Mack and a man." Darby, let me tell you something. The only woman who I'm interested in is my gorgeous queen cat lady. She is smart, beautiful, and sexy, and I'm lucky to have her. Um, now Johnson says if there's a who done storyline with Drew, imagine a twist that Willow is the culprit. That Jonathan, that actually would be interesting. That and Jonathan, I think that would actually redeem Willow in a sense. Is the mid-sized bat wolf? Okay. So I'm gonna do my best and not sit there. I'm gonna do my best and not sit there and like take that as a God damn it, Eric Madoff. Oh shit, I know I forgot something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Um okay, I can see Kyrie's is not doing his stream tonight. Okay, Jakari's. Jakari's. Y'all know Jakari's, which I gotta go to his channel. I woke up this morning late. I saw Jakari's with there talking to Carson Boltman and Dan Farragle. I'm like, ah, damn, that man gets around. He was on Audition Days, and he kind of asked a question that was somewhat almost kind of spoiler. Where he says Kyrie's could be late again. No, it's like 8. It's like 10:04. He's I don't think he's actually doing the stream. I just thought that he was gonna post like I'm not doing the stream or something like that. Ron says Albert Cat Lady will chew you up and spit you out. Also, you need to take Raga to keep up with the energy. See, Ron is a great friend. Okay, that's what you call a good wingman right there. Ron says, of course, Kyrie isn't doing his live because he's sleep more ranting. Oh God. Okay, Ron. That was a good one. Hmm. Johnson says, if that happens, do you think Willow would spend time in prison or would somebody else bail her out? I mean, if somebody will bail out, it will be Nina. Nina does have the funds, but we have to sit there and think, what would be the okay, Jonathan? We would have to sit there and think, what would the circumstances be around? Um, why Willow would do it? That's oh my God, that's hilarious. Darby says Viagra is expensive. Maybe Raj should buy you some. Listen, let me tell you something, Darby. The last thing that I need is Viagra. Trust me. I'm not going to get into the reasons why, but it's. I already explained the reasons why. So no, no, Ron. Ron, you said that I have a car. I have cardboard cutouts of Cat Lady. Remember that? Remember you said I have cardboard cutouts of Cat Lady that I keep breaking. No, I know. Just there's just reasons why that'll be the last thing I'll need. Oof. I mean, to be fair, yesterday I was super fucking tired. Hell, I couldn't even sit there and do anything. I just had to sit there and be like, you keep breaking up. LOL, you kicking them. You keep break you keep breaking them, LOL, you kicking them. Yeah, sure, that's what we'll sit there and call it. I mean, maybe I'm just very rough. I am pretty rough. Trevor says, when does Albert find the time to have cut out made professionally? Ron says Candace McBoston. Oh God, Ron, you are too much. Tommy says, do you think cheat first? Who do you think cheats first in marriage, Bill or Danny? Definitely Bill. No, LaShawn, I don't see him actually on. I didn't see any posts. Johnson said because Willow knew that Drew has been manipulating her and exhibiting behaviors like Charlotte, so the only way to get her to free is to take Drew out. Hmm. Jonathan, you know what I'm going to sit there and ask you to do? I'm going to ask you to sit there and come up with a really good reason of why Willow would sit there and take out Drew. Like I felt like, I mean, it's okay, Jonathan. I feel like it's kind of like last second thinking. But I want you to sit there and do that though. Like, give us like a really good story with that. You know, Kelly says, "Rough boots. I poked you in the eye," or "Rough, like I said, get over here." Um, yeah. The point is, Kelly, I'm pretty rough. Hey, listen, that's just forewarning, okay? Because I'm a gentleman, so I mean, I think it's definitely more than those two, but I mean, Callie, I can't help it. I'm just a very passionate person. You know that. I'm a very passionate person. Tommy says I can't wait for Smitty to go off Martin for him lying to. My whole thing is like he does. I don't know if Smitty would actually go off on him now. That was a question. Oh, it's gonna be more than just a simple. Oops, I poked you in the eye. Because I'm just a passionate man. Ron says, thank God Nikisha Moore dropped Abra like a hot potato and get with Finch Main. He would treat her like a queen, something Abra was a man of to do. Oh my God, Ron, that's hilarious. Was it one to do? Oh, Black man, you hear that shit? That is hilarious, Ron. Smitty needs to leave Martin. Yeah, but I mean the money's good, right? He has a family with the kids and everything like that. I mean, think about it. Tell me, let's be honest. He wants. Okay, let me tell you something. Smitty wants to sit there and say that he wants to work and everything like that because he wants to work, but he gets shut down. He doesn't bother to say anything. Tell me, let me tell you something. I feel like the conversation with Smitty and Martin is going to go the exact same way when Martin wants to sit there and work, and Smitty was like, "I don't want you to work." Um, Elias, Elias said, "Oops, I poked you in the eye and stepped on your toes. What that kind of rough are you talking about?" Um, I think it's a little bit more than that. I think it's like, uh, it was all kind of hard getting out of bed, maybe walking around for a little bit, finding your equilibrium, you know, might have been a couple of bruising, stuff like that. I would apologize. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just get a little out of control. That's just a little bruising, nothing too bad. Tommy says, Albert, what do you think Martin's secret is? I think it has something to do with a gun. I think it has something to do with a gun. It ain't 365 days rough. Oh, cat lady, you haven't met me yet. You haven't met me yet, darling. Johnson says Rolo figures out that Drew slept with her mom for months and has been blackmailing her and several other people, so she just been pretending to be into him and move in with him to pew pew him. I mean, I get that part, but like Willow would sit there, yeah, the pew pew. Yes, Black Man, exactly. I'm just saying. Johnson said they probably the best reasons. I no, I get that, Johnson. I get that. I just like I said, Johnson. I think it's the best reasons that you came up with on the spot. But I tell you what though, Jonathan. I think if you think about it, and I do my stream tomorrow, I know you come up with some better ones though. I know you will. I know you will. But it's true, Black Man. It's true. I mean, I would try to be gentle, but there's no guarantee. So, but yeah, I can't believe what the hell? I'm like, what the hell are you at? I like to do my Victor Newman and sit there and see who's doing what. Johnson says, what other reasons could I give? Well, I mean, that's the thing, though, Jonathan. You are a very smart and intelligent man. So I couldn't necessarily give you the answer because, I mean, I just know there will be better than that. Um, well, I can give you that, though. That's on you. If we were going to do a who done it, I don't want to think of an answer on the spot, but I think you can give better answers, though. That's what tomorrow's for. Jonathan, I believe that you're going to get it. I believe that you'll give an answer so good that the GH writers would have to sit down and pay attention to my stream. I really do think that. No, he's actually not doing a stream tonight. I just looked. But he said everybody that won't be streaming tonight should be able to be back tomorrow. If not, then definitely will be back on Friday. So, um, I think Fridays is his member stream. If I'm not correct, I think it's his member stream. But either way, he's either going to be doing one tomorrow or definitely Friday. So I'll say that much though. Let's see. Nikisha Moore. Hmm. And the funny thing that Keisha also had the same problem. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. She had the same problem with GH. She had the same problem with GH. Um, I don't know. I don't know if she's actually going to do a review. Thank you, Blackmon. Ellie says too early for Nikisha. She normally comes on after 11. Yeah, yeah. I was in the stream yesterday, so she does one. She'll probably post like a little bit soon. Tommy says Bill and Phyllis. Bill and Billy and Phyllis together. Yeah, it's a possibility. Tommy, I was sitting there and say this much since we're talking about the Young and the Restless, and I didn't talk shit about the Young and the Restless, even though you were here. And thank you, Blackmon, again. I'm cool with Phyllis and Sharon being friends. Even if it doesn't last, I'm cool with that. And Tracy, when she had that conversation with Sharon, she started to realize that Alan is up to some shit. Like Alan is up to some Mrs. Shepard and then yeah, they both call hooky. They both call hooky or whatever. That's such an old school term, but they both call hooky. on going to work. And of course, Jack and Nikki is like, yeah, okay, whatever. But yeah, when I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the most interesting part. Surprisingly, was the Tracy and was the Tracy and Sharon part. See, the thing is, Tracy is able to sit there and put some of this stuff together because of what she saw with Alan's texts and just her being a writer. It reminds me of the Langoliers, which is actually a good miniseries. I definitely suggest people check out the Langoliers. Kind of creeped me out as a kid, though. I'm not gonna lie, that movie kind of creeped me out as a kid. Johnson says Nina finally tells Willow that she and Drew had a fling. Then Willow confronts Drew about it, and Drew convinced her that her heart belongs to her, but she takes time to realize that Drew um, has been playing with her emotions, and she blames him for her marriage being ruined, and that's when she goes off. So you're thinking of crime of passions, right? You're thinking of crime of passions. Lisa says maybe Martin got into a car accident while drunk driving. Someone, the Duprees, could have paid a settlement under the conditions that the secret remains quiet. Hmm. I get that part, but I also heard gunfire though too. I mean, yes, it would crime passion. Okay, all right, we're working on that. Um, no, Jonathan, you're my guy. She doesn't seem like the type of person that would sit there and get that jealous over or that angry over the destruction of her marriage because she also does blame herself. Um, like I think it would have something to do with. See, like I feel like the only time that she would actually resort to killing is if either her life was in danger or her kid's life was in danger. So, like, if Drew snapped about something and she had to do it in self defense, that's the only way I can see her being a suspect. So we can do the who done the storyline. It just is very hard for me to sit there and put Willow in that position. The way Drew's been acting may remind her of Shiloh. He says the stand or it creeps me out as a kid. What is the stand about? You have to sit through your mommy, Darby, because well the one of the movies I remember was the cars. Remember the cars and the trucks were they just killing people, and it had Emilio Estevez or whatever the hell his name is. Kelly says Martin must have a pow pow and was drinking that night for sure. I think is why he doesn't drink in his dreams. You heard a pow pow, but the other See lights. Hmm. Yeah, I know it has something to do with that though. Damn, Jonathan, I totally forgot what I just said, but I think, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what I actually just said to you. He says the end of civilization. No, Daria, I'm not gonna lie. I could have swore I asked you a question too. Lisa says maybe the car crash sounded like a gunfire. If Martin did kill someone, it probably happened when he was a teenager. Yeah, I think it has something to do with the pow pow. But Lisa, you could be right. Kelly says you think maybe road rage. Oh, Johnson says, or maybe instead of waiting too off, Drew Willow does something to sabotage his seat in congressman, and then Drew angry confronts her, and he grabs her and something. Yes, see, that's a more likely scenario, Jonathan. Yes, that's a more likely scenario. But that's a more likely scenario. I was just gonna say because that's the thing, though, Jonathan. Like with Willow, that's a lot better because Willow has to do something on self defense. She's not the type of person that would just snap or whatever over a failed marriage, especially one that she genuinely feels that she's also responsible for. Maybe that's the thing, though, Kylie, because he is controlling, right? He is a very controlling person. It happened at he's still in. Oh, it happens at he's still in office. Jesus Christ! Maybe that'll make more sense if I actually read your other comment. Martin knows. Nope. Okay, that doesn't make sense. What are you talking about, Tommy? It happened at he's still in office. Martin. Rashawn says, "What about the place where Elon Lonnie lived at? That was nice." Pastor says, "Now Drew may not be my favorite character right now, but I don't think he should be off." No, I don't think so, Tim. I think it's a, I think it's a lot of speculation, and that's true, Tommy. And this is exactly what Vernon and Anita Smith are talking about. But that's the thing, though, Tommy. Martin's like, I'm gonna do whatever the f I want. F y'all and y'all wisdom. Um, he does have a lot of skeletons, and he keeps acting like he's just gonna be able to ride out the way. But I'm like, I don't know. I mean, Johnson says if it comes out, I think Carl may find a body. Yeah, maybe. Um, Jonathan, what are you thinking about Days of Our Lives though right now? What are you thinking about Days of Our Lives so far? That's what I know. What are your thoughts on Days of Our Lives? And I feel like we talk. Okay, fuck me sideways. I guess what do you think about Days of Our Lives so far? This is why I go to bed so goddamn late. I still have a video to do. I guess maybe I probably will not be doing. It is, Jonathan. You know, my issue with EJ is that even in today's episode, he he was trying to be sincere, but he keeps acting like this is supposed to be an immediate "I want you to forgive me" scenario, right? He wants him to instantly forgive him. I'm like, that's not something that you can just. Ah, gorgeous Queen Janet just stopped by and say hello. What's good, Janet? It's good to see you. Hope you had a great day. The thing is, Jonathan, and I said this before, I'm like, why is Chanel acting like Amy Troy's grandson or granddaughter is the only baby that they can get? That's the part that just annoys the shit out of me. What's good, Dave? That's the part that just annoys me because I'm like, Janice says Drew is on his way out. Yeah, given the fans' reaction, Kelly says Haley and Jacob was looking like a test shot. Haley, Haley, Haley. Hmm. Like a chemistry, like a chem test. Yeah, Jane, you've been missed. I hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good day, love. Gosh, I don't know how to sit there and miss somebody. Hope you have a good day. Hope you had a good day. I didn't literally sit there and make up from lost time. I'm like, yo, I haven't. And our questions for you. Janice are traveling for a family event in Flushing. Traveling for a family event in Flushing. No, no, no. I got that part, Jana. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. Well, like you said, you traveling for a family event. Because I'm like, yo, I'm in, you know me, I'm in New York. So, but I hope you're having a good time, though, Jana. I hope you're having a good time. I'm kind of like, Jana, like, Jana, you know I'm in New York. And you're in my neck of the woods. Didn't tell me about it. But another time, and yes, great travels. Okay. Well, stay safe, Janet. Josh says, I would feel bad if they completely got rid of Drew because the late great we are neighbors. Oh, Dave, I'm in Long Island. I'm in Long Island, but the city is like 30 minutes away from me, though. I mean, well, Jonathan, here's the thing. I would feel bad if the actor got fired or if they killed off the character because I think that, well, me personally, I think that Cameron is doing a great job. I don't want, obviously, I don't want him to lose his job. And this is this. I'm glad you actually brought that up, Jonathan. I I totally forgot what the hell I was actually saying, but oh yeah, that's what it is. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this toxic. This whole toxic Drew shit. Like in today's episode, Drew came over to the Quartermains to sit there and whine and complain to Curtis about the fact that he didn't use Quartermain in his last name. You used Kane. Well, that's your name. Drew is acting like a Quartermain. No, but I'm saying no, that's your name. Like your name is Kane because of Tracy and her pettiness. Your name is Kane. So like Even though that Curtis has been annoying me, Janice says I have family in Lawrence, New York, which is, oh, that's what's up. Yes, it is. It's in Long Island. You are correct. That's what's up. What area of Long Island you in? Nassau. I'm in Nassau. I'll message you exactly where, but I'm in Nassau County, though. But I heard of Lawrence, though. Every time I go back and forth from Manhattan, I think I always pass by it. Lisa says they compare Drew with somebody else when Willow kicks him to the curb. I think that might be the end of his tenure. LaShawn said Josh needs to tell in the vein that it was self defense, that Cyrus came at her with an axe. Well, LaShawn, thank you. Because I'm kind of just like, what happened with that whole thing? What happened with Jason's trial? Is that still a thing, or are they just gonna sit there and act like we all have amnesia? I could have swore there was something else today that happened that is almost like the writers just kind of acted like we forgot. Also, by the way, so this way I can save a post. Nikisha Moore is actually coming on tonight at 11. So yeah, it should be on in like, I don't know, 24 minutes. Genesis, New York has such a vibe, nonstop people. It does. It does, Jenna. I mean, listen, there's a reason why they call it the city that never sleeps. Traffic is insane. Yeah. I mean, that's not the only thing that's insane, but it's one of the things that's insane. My friend was there telling me that like she got back from New York City like really late. And I'm like, damn, I remember I used to sit there and be out in the city. And I didn't come back to I didn't leave until 4 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get home at five something, close to six. And then I would sleep till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I would go and get breakfast because, um, that was my life. But yeah, it's definitely the city that never sleeps and the traffic sucks. To be fair, Jared, the traffic sucks everywhere. I mean, you probably traveled more than I have, but like I know LA traffic is bad. LA traffic is bad. So, and I would sit there and say, I would hope that you are taking like trains and like buses and stuff like that in Manhattan because driving in Manhattan, yeah, traffic has gotten bad everywhere in Texas too. Yeah, no, traffic is always bad. I mean, to be fair, Jen, I think traffic is always going to be bad. That's and traffic being bad is like taxes and death. Okay? It's just a part of life, unfortunately. Never would drive. Oh, yeah, you're a smart woman. You're a smart woman. Yeah, yeah. There's certain truths in life. Taxes, death, and traffic. There's more truths, but that's what I can sit there and remember. All right. Beyond the case, Haley is a whack. Haley is. she's trying, right? Like she's trying to sit there and mend fences between Bill and his daughter. And seeing how she felt like she's kind of responsible, I do like the idea that she's at least trying. I mean, because let's be honest, Bill just practically gave her a credit card and told her to go buck wild with it, right? And she is going to continue to do that, but at least she's trying to do something other than, you know. And Tommy says, "How have you been, Queen Janet?" Well, at least she's trying, though. At least she's trying. Big Martin is a nut job. He's not entirely wrong. He's definitely a control freak. I'll sit there and say that much. Definitely a control freak. That's right, Tommy, and she's pretty damn good at it. Which honestly, to tell you the truth, it is a skill in itself. It is a skill in itself, Tommy. Um, it takes personality and a way to persuade people. Because I used to work in sales at one point. Um, so well, obviously Janet's scale as far as being a retailer is a lot higher than what I used to do, but it takes a certain level of finesse, marketing conditions to market. Well, yes. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it takes a certain level of finesse and skill. And to be honest, the biggest thing is that you actually have to have a personality. You have to have a personality to sit there and be able to sell anything. Anything from exquisite, I mean, from houses to anything below that. I can't be house poor. Yeah, yeah, Tommy. She deals in the big leagues. Like she deals in the big leagues. I have an idea of as far as selling and stuff like that, but like she's in her own league. But like I said, the important thing, Tommy, is that there's a certain level of personality that you have to. No one wants to be house poor. No one wants to be house poor. What is house poor? I mean, Genesis, yes, I do, but I work with all ranges. Yeah, no, I'm not. I get that, Jen. I'm just not the same. Like I'm letting Tommy and everyone else know just how skillful and knowledgeable you have to be at your job. Like you said, rates and economy and stuff like that. All that stuff have to be factored. That's right, Lashant. Yep, that's true. You That's right. I just sit there and say I said the same thing tomorrow or the next day. Tommy says you make the house payments. That's all you have for money and nothing else. Yeah, that's why you have to sit there and factor if you're going to sit there and buy a house in that. Yeah, that's true. But the point is, I'm in awe of Janet and her profession. Mostly because not everyone can do it. Not everyone can actually do what Janet does. Well, not everyone can do what Janet does well. So that's always something to consider. That's right, Tommy. Definitely follow her. And also chat, definitely follow her. Have a good night. Have a good night, Island. Have a good night, Island. It was really great to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, it's a lot of pro bono. Yes, it's a lot of pro bono work. Yeah. And then, it's a lot, the thing is, Jen, it's a lot of pressure. That's what I want to sit there and say. It's a lot of pressure what Janet does because, like, up until the point where that sale comes in, you're not getting paid. You know, you get paid, and maybe I'm wrong, Janet, but like, you get paid when you get that commission. But up until you get that commission, you everything that you're doing is is free. So what Janet does is it's a lot. Spiderquake, god damn it, where the hell have you been? Abe is a liar. Like she wasn't gonna save Sunny. Hate Christina all you want, but Christina 100% right and the right to get revenge. Spiderquake, can you do me a favor? Can you make sure you say that in Kairisha stream? And no, seriously, Spiderquake, can you make sure you say that in Kairisha stream when he streams tomorrow or the next day? Make sure you say that. Yes, Tommy, definitely follow Janet anyway. Seriously. No, I know. Oh, and Tommy just followed her. Okay. Tomorrow I will. Okay. Definitely do that. I'm not joking about that for you. I'm being dead ass serious. I mean dead ass effing serious. Make sure you follow. Make sure you say that. You're not wrong, by the way, Spike Quick. You're not. So make sure you say that in history. Yes, Tommy. She has Jenna has she has Instagram and she has Facebook. So definitely follow her. Tommy says I will get a job interview with a job next week with more money. Well then good luck, Tommy. Let us know how it goes, okay? Make sure you let us know how it goes. Very quick says also Lulu shouldn't be scared of no chase like your mom's the mayor and you're broke into your uncle's room. You ain't getting arrested. Well, that's Spike. Wait, I said call Chase's bluff. Tommy says I'm nervous. Yeah, I get that. That's totally normal, Tommy. Um, my friend got me a job, an interview for the job. Okay, well, Tommy, seriously, let us know how it goes. It's totally fine to be nervous. Um, but you're doing it though, so at least you got a job interview. That's good. I need Laura to stop being me. Why? Because she's friends with the local gangster. I'm sorry, the local mobster. But I'm listen, Tommy. I'm rooting for you, though. I'll tell you that much, Tommy. I'm rooting for you. So definitely keep us posted on it. Johnson says, "Well, I think we can all agree at this point that Tate and Holly are over." Oh yeah, no, it's a wrap. Ruby says, Well, yeah, but yes, no, I agree with that, Jonathan. After what he did, after Tate and his bitch ass move, and I hate saying that, but after that, now we're going to have Dolly. Oh, I like that. Well, that's simple enough. Doc and Holly. Yeah, yeah, no, F Tate. And honestly, to tell you the truth, Tate wasn't there already looking at Sophia like he was ready to kiss her. So, I mean, to be honest, like, yeah. All right, shit. All right, I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here because I do gotta wake up at 5 in the morning, which I hate. That man is after Laura's job, Darby. So, but yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. But I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I skip all Holly and Josh scenes for the 3 weeks for Holly. I kind of know the story from Tate scene. Makes sense. I get it quite quick. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow though. Usual time, hopefully, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And of course, we'll sit there and talk about all five of the soaps. Um, I feel bad because Spider Quake came in a little bit later, but I'll be back tomorrow though, hopefully, and we'll sit there and talk about the soaps then. And yeah, so with that being said, I'm gonna go. Have a good night, Spider Quake. Have a good night, my gorgeous queen Janet. Have a good night, my queen Janet. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Spider Quake. Have a good night, Blackmon, aka my GQ, aka Mr. GQ. Have a good night, Darby. Johnson says I'll probably be here late tomorrow if I make it at all. All right, well, I look forward to it if you do make it tomorrow, Jonathan. But any day and any time that you make it, always appreciate you. Johnson says join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat with our Bostic. Thank you so much. Um, Lisa, Monique, and okay, fuck. There's actually a lot of people. Francis, Lisa, LaShawn, Jared, I just got here and the show's over. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I would have stayed up later, but those 5 o'clock in the morning is a killer. So, but I'll be back tomorrow though. Johnson says, "Good night, everyone. Hit the like button." Thank you, Jonathan. Have a good night, my gorgeous queen, cat lady. I love this woman. She is wifey material, and nobody else. Well, I shouldn't have to sit there and say that people shouldn't be coming after cat lady. Um, but she's amazing. Yes, have a good night, Jonathan, my Michael Bourne, to my Victor Newman, and anybody else who I missed, have a good night, Spider Quick. And anybody else who I missed, you know who you are. Also, Nikisha's going to be sitting there streaming in 8 minutes. So, Nikisha Moore, definitely check out her channel. And yeah, I'll see you in the next stream. Laters.